Black family power. The power is ours. It's King Leon X, UBVOA, the Human Liberator. This is episode 63 of Take Charge of Your Life, take charge of your mind, take charge of your day, take charge of your mental attitude. I'm rocking with my young king right now, EJ, the young prophet. And what we talking about, I know last week when we ended with episode 62, we were talking about, I said I was going to speak about goals this week. But before I speak on goals, peace, Queen. What's up, family? Thanks for tuning in. Remember, if I say anything that resonates with you, you type make the choice. Okay, make the choice is the hashtag for the episodes, for the series, because we want to understand the only choice that there is to make in life is only one choice. And that choice is to take possession of your mind, direct it to the ends that you choose, right? Direct it to a definite aim, to a definite purpose, or not. All right? The only choice that you have is to become your greatest version, develop fully, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and be committed to that process and take responsibility for the whole entire process, or not. Right? So what we're talking about today is being the change that you want to see. Being the change that you want to see. We heard Martin Luther King say that, and we know that he learned it or got it from Gandhi. We're not talking about any of their personal philosophies today besides this one. Being the change that you want to see. What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean to you, EJ, real quick? Being the change that you want to see, since you happen to be here.
Basically just doing what you would want somebody else to do or tell somebody else to do. You just go ahead and do it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because when we talked about, if y'all remember the episode, we talked about self-imposed limitations. The main self-imposed limitations was procrastination, blame, and excuses. And so what I always have to remind myself constantly is, is one of these self-imposed limitations really the cause of what I'm getting ready to complain about? Or is this a legitimate other cause that can be changed? Because a lot of things that we complain about, we realize that will be changed if we switched our mental attitude, or something that we can do about it. A lot of times we complain and blame and procrastinate, and then we become irritable about things that we have the power over. We have the power over these things, but instead we choose to neglect to take responsibility of that power, and we want to blame, and we want to complain. We want to make excuses. We want to find any and every reason outside of ourselves to be the cause for our own misery. It's not realizing and totally neglecting the fact that we live in a world of cause and effect. We live in a world of cause and result. That's how we started Take Charge of Your Life in episode 1. This is episode 63. We live in a world of cause and result. We live in a world of cause and effect. It's our belief systems which determine our thoughts, which determine our words, which determine our actions, which determine our habits, which determines our character, which determines our destiny. Right? So if we don't like where our life is headed, then we have to get to the root of our belief system. We have to realize that it's the things that we choose to believe and the things that we choose to habitually say and do that continues to have us experiencing these undesirable results. There's no solution outside of yourself. We are our own problem and our own solution. Period. Like you control your smiles and your tears. It's so easy for us to look at someone else's life and try and tell them where they're doing wrong and what they need to be doing better. I believe we could use a biblical literature reference where Jesus said, stop. He's like, why are you trying to get the speck out of someone else's eye when you got a log, while you neglecting the whole log in yours? Right? So it's so easy for us to look at someone else's life and look at someone else's what they're doing and be like, yeah, if you need to be doing this, and this. Totally neglecting the fact that we break promises consistently to ourselves. If someone treated you the way you treat yourself, would you be around them? Would you be a friend to that person? If someone word to you was like your word to yourself, would you rock with them, EJ? Would you? I don't think I would either, right? I would. In fact, every person that you come in contact with probably does you better than you do yourself when it comes to their word. Because how many times, like, people only have but so many times to break their word or break promises with you before you stop dealing with them. But you can't stop dealing with yourself, right? You feel me? We can't stop dealing with ourselves. So we oftentimes look to other symbols or other people to make us feel better about not being in a better situation. We try to justify us not being in a better situation by saying that this person is the cause or this is the cause. Taxes is the cause. Government's the cause. White people are the cause. No, not white people. The system of white supremacy is the cause. The laws are the cause. The goddamn price of gas is the cause. GMOs is the cause. Jesus and religion is the cause. Allah is the cause. The public education system is the cause. Right? Do you see how endless that list can become? It depends on the fact that that wrestling's not real is the cause. Sports is rigged is the cause. Athletes and entertainers aren't putting their money where they need to be putting it. That's the reason why I'm not doing better. That's the reason, right? You see how much power I just gave away? You see how anytime we deflect or blame anything outside of ourselves, it just makes us sound weak? It just makes us sound like a person who's trying to deflect personal responsibility. And this is episode 63 of Take Charge of Your Life. And what I'm saying is, I told y'all, if I say something that resonates with you, go ahead, type make the choice. Because I know what I'm saying is true. So when y'all say that's true in real talk, I appreciate the comments. But the comment, like I said, if this is your first episode in Take Charge of Your Life, if something I say resonates with you, you type make the choice. Because we casting spells out here. You type make the choice. I need you to type make the choice, because you saying that, you thinking that, you typing that does something to you that you don't even know yet. It's planting seeds. It's turning you inward. It's helping you taking charge of your life. It's personal responsibility. It's personal accountability. Them comments should be filled out with make the choices. Because we don't have to live this lifestyle. We choose to. We get to. You feel me? We remember when our ancestors didn't even have the opportunities to have the words and the ideas and the concepts that we had. They didn't even have enough time to sit and think and do or make the choice. The choices that they had to make was pretty much predetermined. You feel me? And the reason for that was so we could get to our lowest state. We could get to our lower, we could see how bad we could really go. How low can we really go and not break? How bad can it really get? Like if we neglect to make the choice. If we neglect to make the choice, what's the consequences of that? Because we naturally were just making the choice. No one told us to. No, we didn't have to be told to it. It was just naturally, just like trees, right? A tree is going to grow all it can. As far as possible, it's going to produce as many roots as possible, as many leaves as possible, as much fruit as possible. You feel me? It's going to grow to its max. Not every tree grows to 100 feet. You about to be out?
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Make that choice.
He said make the choice. Hell yeah, EJ. You already know. Hey, hit me up when y'all get back. All right. Anyway, yeah, so So it's so what I'm saying is, we have it's personal responsibility. This is the time of personal accountability. For the rest of next week, I'm gonna be talking about goals, right? I'm gonna be talking about long-term, short-term goals, the areas in which you need to have goals, what it looked like. I'm gonna pull out my notebooks and show y'all goals that I have set for myself and how these things have manifested. I'm gonna because we talking about principles for personal achievement and all that. We talking about all those things, and we still gonna be doing that. But today, I wanted, because I was talking to someone, and then I was even thinking with myself, and I caught myself blaming something. I caught myself looking outside of myself for some solutions. And I already knew that that's false. I know that's a false reality. I know that looking outside of myself for some solutions is a false reality. Like, I know that there's no solutions outside myself. Period. I know that there's no solutions outside of myself. So if I'm looking for solutions outside of myself, that's a false reality. Like, I know that they're not coming. Like, why would any solutions be coming outside of myself? That's crazy. You feel me? Why would that happen? Right? It wouldn't. It wouldn't happen, right? It wouldn't. There's no solutions outside of ourselves. We are our own problem and our own solution. Like, so we have to literally be the change that we want to see. Like, for real. You can't, because the thing about it is, you can't control what anyone else does. You see, this is the main reason why you want to make the choice. The main reason that you want to make the choice, not only because you want to experience sound health, not only because you want to experience peace of mind, not only that you want freedom from fear, freedom from worry, a labor of love, capacity for applied faith, hope for a future achievement, not only because you want to develop complete self-discipline and have the wisdom to understand people. You don't want to just make the choice because you want to have a open mind towards all subjects and all people. You don't want to just make the choice because you could have blessings and be willing to share those blessings with others and have material riches of your own choice and quantity. These aren't the only reasons that you want to make the choice. The main reason that you want to take the choice is because you can't control what anyone else does. My nigga. Bruh. You cannot control what anyone else does. Why do I keep forgetting that? Why do I keep forgetting that? What is wrong with me that I keep forgetting that? What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Something has to be wrong with me if I think that I can control what you do. I can't control what you do. Only thing I do is document my belief systems, and I provide strategies, process, and tactics that help people explore the possibilities of their limitless future. But I don't make them do anything. I can't make you do anything. The only person in the world who really thinks they could make someone do something is these goddamn pilgrims, these red ears, right? And they give the illusion that you can make people do things because they created a fear-based society where goddamn they can't really make you do anything, but they can create an environment that influences you to act in the way that you or that they want you to act. And then now they've made it seem like you're controlling or you're determining where you want to act and go, knowing damn well that nothing that you're doing is original thought. Knowing damn well that you don't have long-term goals, that short-term goals that you living out. You don't have a destination. Knowing damn well you a wandering generality and you have no idea where you going. You ain't clear at all. You ain't clear at all. People be talking about, hey, I ain't a slave. I'm not a slave. I do whatever I want. I go wherever I want to go. But it's like this. Consider this. You ain't doing nothing and you ain't going nowhere. This is what I had to consider until I got serious. They said that you're not serious until you get clear about who you are, where you want to go, what you want to experience, what you want to have, what's your life purpose, what's your reason for living, why you want to do that, and then the how will come. What are you willing to put? Are you willing to put in the work and the effort that's necessary to achieve that? You see, they said that you're not serious until you goddamn can say your life mission statement or your life purpose in one sentence. Like, when you die and everyone that knows you dies, if you haven't done something significant and made a difference, it's like you were never born. Is that okay with you? Is that okay with you? Imagine all the people that died or who that been here that no one knows about and never heard about? Is that okay with you? How many times do you have to live and be reincarnated before you do something significant and make a difference? Is that okay with you? See, when I first heard that information in 2012, I was like, yo, don't be coming at me like that. I'm serious about this life. I'm serious. I'm serious about this. I'm serious. So if you said the way that I have to prove that I'm serious, oh, get my life statement in one sentence. Look at this. Here, I'm going to show y'all. Look, this book say Self-Development Concepts, November 2012 through February 2013. Look. First thing I wrote on this drawing. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite major purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here and now promise to render such action. Right? I got some affirmation on the next page. Look, this is where I was going to. Look. When I heard Bull was like, yo, you're not serious about life till you're able to put your life purpose in one sentence, I was like, all right, I thought I was serious, but thank you for telling me that. So I can go ahead and do that. What strategies do I have? What things do I have to consider to figure it out? I want to do a lot. I want to be a part of a lot. He said, here's this book. I said, oh, all right, thanks. Thanks. Anyway, what it say right here? My chief aim in life is to influence the minds of the African American community to create an achievement-driven culture, leading the people into a global renaissance. That's what it says here, right? This was the original John 2012. Look, this is 2000, and that was just one statement. This book right here, it don't even got a top or a back. This is a full life statement, a whole life purpose statement. I went through this whole book, and then I realized, damn, that wasn't enough. I needed a whole life purpose statement, a life mission statement. So then you look here, and it's May 19, 2013. But that sentence had increased, though. It said, my definite major purpose in life is to master my inner system. My definite major purpose in life is to master my inner system and effectively create an achievement-driven culture to positively influence the minds of the youth. Right? I'll use an entertainment-based technological leadership approach to lead the next generation into a global renaissance. Right? These is what I was talking. These are the thoughts that I was thinking about in 2012 and 13. I didn't know the how. I never even said Black Power before then at these points. I signed this, Leon Michael LaFleur Jr. Look. I didn't even know Leon X. I didn't even know that was a part of me. I didn't know the Human Liberator was a part of me. I just knew that I could do something. And I knew that I had to be the change that I wanted to see. So I was like, Lo, what do I want to see happen? What does life look like for me in 3 years? You feel me? I need to get clear about what I want. What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to experience? What do I want to contribute? Who do I want to become? What does success look like for me? How will I add value to people? Right? What are my emotions telling me? What am I sensing? What is my intuition telling me? What am I seeing? What are others saying? What are others thinking? What do my intellect and common sense say? How can I develop my dream and purpose and get those in line? How can I, like, these are the questions that I was considering. You feel me? So when people see me living out the manifestation of the things that I declared, I just want y'all to know that it's because I decided to be the change that I want to see. It's because I ain't see nobody standing up talking about, listen, I put the black woman, black child, black family first, period. You feel me? No, like, I'm not concerned with anything else or any other community. I'm not concerned with any other group. Period. Like, I have the know-how. Like, I'm not concerned with allowing my women and children to continue to have to go to other groups for education, to participate in commerce, for food, for goddamn opportunity, for their spirituality, for their examples of God, from all these things. Like, nah, y'all could do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't see anyone saying that. I didn't see anyone talking about principles of personal achievement. I ain't see anybody talking about financial intelligence and all these types of things. I ain't see anyone bringing systems and strategies and processes. And so these are the things that I was doing prior to Black Power, prior to getting knowledge of self. I ain't even know. Listen, I know who Napoleon Hill was and Michael Lawrence was, and I know what Think and Grow Rich was, and I knew who Jim Rohn was, and I knew who all these other goddamn business philosophers and all that shit was before I knew who Stokely Carmichael was, before I ever said Black Power. You feel me? Before I started talking about ancient African teachings and the ways of relationships and all that other type of shit, before I knew any of those types of things, I've been taking charge of my life, and I've been being a person that I intend to. I've been being the change that I want to see. Right? And I'm not here to tell you that it's easy, but I'm here to tell you that it's worth it. It's here that it's worth it, bro. Because look at this. Look at these dates. These ain't lying. This ain't lying, bro. I ain't lying to y'all. Like, I ain't lying to y'all. I had houses all over the country. I've been in 100 cities the last 2 years. 105, 107 cities. I've been on goddamn TV 6, 7 times. Front page of newspapers and shit. Goddamn USA Today, CSNBC and shit. C-SPAN. Goddamn Fox. And what am I doing on these things? Not compromising. What brought me to these platforms? My belief systems. My actions being engaged in constructive activity. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Doing music videos and shooting documentaries and performing all over the country and goddamn giving lectures and motivational speeches and speaking at schools and traveling around. Like, living out of suitcase, just being on tour and on the road, and people just, when you pull up, people just loving you and giving you all these gifts and just showing mad love and telling you how much they appreciate you and your work. Like, shit. The type of things that people say about me now are the type of things that I declared that I said. These are the type of things that I wanted people to say. I was like, damn, what type of person do I have to become in order for people to say these types of things about me? Because what would people say about me now? Oh, yeah, he has a bunch of potential, yeah. They're like, oh, when I start asking myself these questions, they're like, oh, man, listen, wait, how long I've been on? All right, 22. All right, because this is Monday. On Monday, I'll be giving y'all 30 minutes. Mondays and Fridays, I'll be giving y'all 30 minutes instead of the 15. So when we're talking about be the change that you want to see, and if y'all noticed, I started the video on almost on time, a couple minutes late, but I was out, and I wasn't sure when I was gonna get back to my crib, and I didn't have my notebook for my notes or my book, and so Spirit just led me to talk about something that I'm really proficient in, which is being the change that I want to see, and so that's what I started talking about today on this episode. And then I pick up this book, right? Y'all just seen it closed. I just picked it up. And then look what page that I opened it to, though. I just randomly opened it to it. But this is what I'm saying. I'm 100% led by Spirit. Like, you feel me? Like, everything that I touch turns to gold. And I'm so appreciative. And I'm just learning more to being more of an attitude of gratitude and more of a place of appreciation instead of being irritable around people who might not understand. Listen, I just touched the book. This just happened live, by the way. I'm talking about be the change you want to see, right? I just checked the time to see how much time we had left. But I got enough time to plug the leaders or readers. I opened the book. The page that I opened it to it says, how to change. Ain't that something? We talking about being the change you want to see, right? And then the page that I opened up to, the section says how to change. So, peep this. Leaders or readers. Hashtag leaders or readers challenge. You pick up a book, you record yourself reading 1 to 3 pages, and you challenge your timeline to do the same. Read out loud challenge. You pick up a book, record yourself reading, challenge your timeline to do the same. Right? I founded the Leaders or Readers Challenge 2 years ago, and I haven't stopped reading on camera since. So I want to use this opportunity to plug that. How to change. No one understands, as I do, the inherent difficulty in changing old, persistent habits. But habits begin to change when we change our perceptions. Habits begin to change when we change our perceptions. Most of us don't experience huge climactic transformation. No, for most of us, change comes as an evolutionary process from almost unnoticeable changes. We just keep nudging ourselves in the right direction, forming 1 or 2 better habits here and there, until we finally realize we turned around a major area in our life. So that's that first paragraph, right? It talks about habits, right? So because all we are is an accumulation of our past thoughts, actions, feelings, emotions, and habits. That's all we are, right? Our habits, like we already said, we understand the neurological process of how habit is formed, from belief system to thought to word to action and decision to habit. Habit to character, character to destiny. We are slaves to our habits. Man is slave to his habits. So if we must be slave to habit, let us be slave to good habits. I will form good habits and become their slave. Right? I will drown myself, or I will bathe myself in good habits so that the bad ones may drown. Failure is nothing but a few errors in judgment repeated daily. A few errors in judgment repeated daily. Just a few errors in judgment repeated daily. The habitual commitment of a few errors in judgment. Success is the implementation of constructive habits that will lead you to a definite major purpose. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. If we must be slave to habit, let us be slave to good habits. Let us bathe ourselves in good habits so that the bad ones may drown. And who cares if someone might not notice the change? Who cares if the outside might appear to be the same? Because I know the thoughts that I used to think.